In the previous episode, we explored the regal Rajasthan with the Hyundai venue as a companion. While Ameya showed you around the city of Lakes Udaipur, Seshan explored the markets and the forts in the pink city Jaipur. And with all of this, we are at the halfway mark of this journey. And for this leg, Seshan heads towards one of the most modern and beautiful cities in India, Chandigarh. Chandigarh is about 510 kilometers from Jaipur city, and on our way, we had to cross the national capital, New Delhi. However, it was our misfortune that we were crossing the city in the middle of the day. Of course, rush hour. The venue's compact proportions really came in handy here, and the light clutch certainly made it simpler in start-stop traffic, while the light steering made maneuvering a cakewalk. After a couple of hours and covering almost 90 kilometers from Delhi, we finally reached our first destination of the day, Panipat. And there was no other place Seshan would head but the War Memorial. The first thing we noticed was a stark difference in our surroundings. We were out of the loud and busy concrete jungle and in a more calmer and greener rural road of Panipat. In fact, the broken and unpaved roads leading towards the memorial offered us a beautiful view of the farmlands on both sides. And although the roads were broken and unpaved, for most of the part, the venue suspension just glided through all of it without breaking a sweat.
Yes, we are at the Panipat War Memorial, historically one of the most important destinations or venues in our country. Here were fought those three decisive battles that changed the course of history in India. The first one in 1526 between Babur and the Lodi dynasty. The second one in 1556 between Akbar and Hindu king Hemchandra Vikramaditya. And the third one in 1761 between the Maratha Empire and the Afghanistan Kingdom.
The Panipat War Memorial was built after the Third Battle of Panipat. And right at the entry, there are two stone tablets placed in the wall that read out the significance of this historic spot. Also known as the Kala Aam Park, is frequented by locals and tourists. At one corner of the park is the main memorial stone, a red obelisk, which marks the spot where the Maratha commander Sadashiv Rao Bhau fell in the battle. Legend and local tradition recount that a black mango tree stood at this spot, and it was under this tree that Bhau fought his last battle. Hence the name, Kala Aam.
Panipat is not the only war memorial that we'll be visiting today. On our way, we'll also pass by Kurukshetra, which holds great amount of significance in our Indian mythology, because this is where the great war of Mahabharata is said to have happened between the Pandavas and the Kauravas.
One of the most important places to visit in Kurukshetra is Jyotisar. As considered one of the holiest places in the district, this is where Krishna is said to have preached the Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna before the great war of Mahabharata. The place is marked by an old banyan tree which is still revered by the people of this town. About 7 kilometers from here is another important place to visit in Kurukshetra, the ancient water pool, Brahma Sarovar. Considered to be a sacred place in Hinduism, there is also a sacred shrine dedicated to Lord Shiva that stands within the Sarovar and accessible by a small bridge. It's now time to get back on the road and head towards the final destination for this leg of the Great India Drive, Chandigarh. The capital city of Punjab and Haryana is about 100 kilometers from Kurukshetra, and by the time we reached it, it was sundown, so we decided to explore the city the next morning. One of the most beautiful planned cities in India, Chandigarh is full of delightful surprises for us who come from chaotic cities like Delhi and Mumbai. We started our day by visiting the popular Sukhna Lake, a beautiful man-made lake at the foothills of the Shivalik Hills, a 3 square kilometer rain-fed lake created in 1958.
Chandigarh is a unique and beautiful city, and one of its unique and beautiful venues to visit is this rock garden. designed and built by one Mr. Nekchan, who was the former road inspector of the city. This was apparently his secret pet project, which was executed in his spare time. One of its unique aspects is that it is entirely built out of industrial waste, home waste and discarded products. Certainly a best example for best out of waste.
The Rock Garden is a massive open-air exhibition hall built on what used to be a gorge in a forest near Sukna Lake. It displays sculptures made from urban and industrial waste. So, from broken tiles, ceramic fuses and electrical waste to terracotta pots, light fixtures and even broken toilet pots. Everything that was once a waste product serves a different and beautiful purpose here. The garden is visited by over 5,000 people daily, with more than 12 million visitors since its inception. Of course, we were one of those visitors too, and all visits end in goodbyes. So it was time for Seshan to head back to the grind and Kingshuk to take the venue to the mountains. Yes, there's one more video to go. One where we promise to show you some snow.